I didn't wanna see you when you came home, 'cause you always try to hurt me and that's so low. When I talk to you about it, you're in defense mode. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. How can we work on ourselves when you say no? Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I'll never go on like this, so don't you think you got me up yet? I can't seem to deal with this. You try so hard to pull me in.
Like a cherished chalice above a force so drunken brow. But worry not, my experiencers of the eyes, for I don't have any eyes, but I can see you. And I can see the smile on the distant horizon of your future reflections. Dearest me, my speech time has not arrived. I'm sitting here talking already before the slice of time passes me by. Kind of like a rift on Guitar Hero where I press the button too early. You don't want to mess with time too much. Things get a bit wonky. Welcome, friends. The tour is about to begin. Kindly make your way to the prep room. I repeat, this time, make your way
Also,
to the prep room.
You're cutting off a bit. Slightly.
I think it is right to the Wi-Fi because the one trackers are getting like 1-2 bars.
Exactly. That's yeah. You've seen how thick the walls are here. I wouldn't be surprised if the internet upstairs kind of sucks.
Yeah, I'm VRChat is like
Yeah,
horribly for me too.
because it's you and Devi, but I'm fine. Smiles is okay. I think it's the Wi-Fi upstairs just sucks.
We might need to get an extender.
Well, we're just gonna run. We're gonna run a long ass Ethernet cable up there.
Yeah, there's more ports in the modem. We can just have a wire going out.
That's possible.
That's literally what I did in Alabama.
Mine as well.
Alright.
Long ass Ethernet.
You're running longest Ethernet.
Yes, long. No, I gotta flip in possibly two rooms. I might do one as well.
Yeah, no, I got like a
I like
2-foot one hooked up to the
Sumo.
computer. Oh, thank you.
That's good on you.
Yeah. Had a milk skirt on this one that I didn't like.
I guess do we want
This one came out a lot better.
to add to our open trip tomorrow? Open getting big ass cables.
For really big ones, I recommend buying them online. They're way cheaper.
Very much so.
You have to buy Ethernet in person.
Yeah, no, that's a scam.
Alright, give me 1 second. Let me fix audio stuff.
Probably be right for most of this tour. Just kind of fall.
You and I got this. Do.
Yikes.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm dying here. Yeah. We have. Hell, we
You
could
wanna
probably run Ethernet up to Dev's router, and then have that just be the second way station.
It seems
Because
weird
we
that
can-
itself
we
is
Should
screwy
be able to
today.
connect to the modem input.
If
right?
it is via
Yeah,
that itself, then nothing you can do with the internet is gonna make it better.
What are you guys trying to do?
Seems everyone's cutting off a little bit.
Yeah, these three just have bad internet because they're upstairs.
They don't have it? Or have it?
They
What's
have
already
internet,
on-
it's just bad Wi-Fi because it's far away from the modem, which is right next to me.
You could get a power line Ethernet adapter. So basically, just the power lines Ethernet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, with that,
More,
last one unlocked.
more Ethernet.
Hey,
Alright. Almost ready. Let's see how many newcomers. I'm not sure. Maybe 1, 2.
You guys is all tours now.
Hello and welcome. The event is about to begin. Five, 4, 3, 2. I'll always be there for you. 1. Lo, across this tenebras expanse where soulless perishes, where pilgrims traverse the Climerian void unmoored, I bear witness one luminous vestige that flourishes, trajectory toward the consummate sacred lore. Attend, O wanderers, languishing in quietus. I shall render visible both abyss and its antithesis. For within the canothic depths where desolation meets us, there burns an incandescent process of synthesis. Oh, unity? No, not quite. First, I offer you the wasteland's desolation. Then, conduct you toward the telos we pursue. The sublime transcends each iteration of entropy and resurrects what darkness slew. Accompany me, friends. We shall excavate the way through absolute negation into Ariat apotheosis day. It seems you've met with an uncertain fate. You find yourself at an interdimensional crossroad, a rendezvous of travelers between worlds, and our point of contact, a narrative domain. We are VRTravellers. We create immersive, story-based tours with original writing, voice acting, beautiful worlds, and wholesome team effort. We do this for free. We do this for fun. We do this to be a bright spot in the world today. My name is Sheen. I am infomorphic, highly metastasized, magnetic, meme complex, and one of the tour guides of VRTravellers. I will be your host, your guide, your light in the light. I will soon open a portal to the world of the painter. The instance will be Invite Plus. So at this time, please make sure you are friends with someone else on the tour. Thus, you can rejoin via sending an invite request should you need to for any reason. You may add any of the tour guide as well. We are here to assist. Now, a few rules to note. This is a story-based tour, and as with any tour in the real world, I kindly ask that you remain silent during narration. However, Joking, dancing, and discussion are all strongly encouraged while we walk between stories. Kindly stay with the group as we travel. There will be plenty of chances to explore. Next, please understand that this narrative exists in superposition, with multiple endings possible across a localized wave of time. Act of observing affects the outcome. Thus, just our presence here creates subtle differences in causality, even retroactively. Decisions made as a group can manifest great change. This means you must work together in unity during any interactive opportunities. Additionally, if at any point during the story tour a narrative entity becomes aware of your presence, please do not acknowledge any attempt at communication and alert the tour guide immediately. It is time. The 3 gates of rendezvous have finished establishing an observer chain to the narrative domain. Stand tall, travelers. Cilantro, the tour guide. Together we stand. Together we will guide. We can do this. How do you feel?
Yes, Sheen, let us fly with full steam ahead.
Yes, the ether engines are humming a song, a very special song, one that we all must remember. Ready yourselves to shake the heavens. We open the portal, and this tour begins now.
And here we go.
Where's my box?
Wow.
The box.
It is What is happening? What are you actually seeing?
I'm seeing things work. It's the translation of the world that is the. Okay, so
I
go.
must be here.
Cool. So I.
My friends, we do apologize. There is a bit of temporal distortion going on. Jean will be alright shortly.
Apologies for my late arrival. Apparently, I've been made of an cord connection.
An observer chain, if you will.
That's true. Yes. Well
You need
said.
a fiber optic observer chain. I can hook you up.
Initialization audio trigger.
The offer is appreciated. Welcome, travelers. The first standard candle. Though the back, forward. Students in the back, put down your phones.
You. God damn it.
I think somebody has food back there, Jean.
It's cornbread.
You're doing something.
It's cornbread?
Yes, cornbread.
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 Cornbread, you say? All right. Travelers, will be time to get this bread. For now, listen carefully. Welcome to the first standard candle. The central gravitas of 4D phase space that all know never its orbit and the origin of VRTravellers. Welcome to Time Dash Zero. Before we step into the flow of time, one last thing to note. At this moment, please make sure your worldview is turned on and set to an immersive level, as music is an important part of the experience. Travelers, observe the paintbrush which has appeared near the blank canvas. Please take it in hand and wait for me by the village water well.
Not sure how the drone's gonna handle the transition. Might do well.
Well, well, well. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. This joke has never been made before. Completely original.
No.
I take full credit.
If I can on you. I'd have to chase you with my mouth, trying to click on you.
You are lagging. Quite a...
Yes. I'm
Guys, should I just reset the internet and we all come back and fixes it?
It's everyone. It's VR in general. I'm having everyone cutting off for me.
Yeah,
everyone's cutting off.
Cutting
everyone.
off is VR chat.
Disturbance.
Yeah, this is an issue on VR season. I'm getting steady 70 FPS right now.
Is there something
And I'm and have 4 millisecond network lag.
Traveler.
So it does appear to be a DDoS issue. Cool.
Not DDoS.
Not necessarily DDoS, but something's going with VRC.
What was that?
Something unhappy. Cool.
We can consider the option of changing the world instance to a different
region.
What do you more call
Right,
it?
there's region.
Yes, region. That's right. A different region. But let us get through the first quest, and then we'll have a talk backstage with my team. Right.
Right.
Ooh, that API latency.
Is it bad?
It's a logarithmic curve.
God. Status page?
I wish I had logarithmic curves. Story begins. My friends, I beg your silence. The story manifests around us, and time take hold. A world is shared through a joyous tribute. Events up to its form are pulled across a palette of polychromatic memories toward a curated good ending, rendering all contradictions of contrast lost. An endless war wages on the continent of Ignis. A royal family falls from the throne in pursuit of truth. A steampunk empire fades into growing clouds of gray. A holy secret splits the world apart. These are all parts of a memory held together by a self-referential mimetic chain, anchored to the one at the center of it all, the one who experiences each and every variation as truth, the one who tries desperately to unify it all on a single canvas. That one is here. He opens his eyes, and time again. Welcome to the story of Painter. A person wakes up in La village. It's probably close to noon, as he can hear footsteps from upstairs. He sits up. He looks over to the abstract piece that kept him up last night, wondering what he was trying to express. He rubs his face. Quickly, he realizes his hands are still a mess with oil pigments. The painter goes upstairs and is greeted by the village chief. The kind old man had taken him in years ago, having found him wandering with amnesia. The painter had since spent his days helping with village duties and his nights painting in hopes of remembering his past. The painter realizes that the chief, now really shouting, is repeatedly telling him to stop lighting the stove. The painter pulls his hands away and looks toward him. The chief explains that it is already mid-afternoon. He can eat dinner at the good doctor's home as he expected their son to pick up the camera equipment. The painter's eyes widen as he remembers tomorrow is the big wedding. The wedding of a couple who are his friends. A couple who have commissioned him to paint the reception. He then realizes he has yet to gather the necessary equipment, much less the camera. The chief goes on to request he also gather the wedding gifts from villagers. The painter rushes for the door, but again the chief stops him, this time with a humorous smile. He assures him he still has time, and to at least first go wash the paint off his face at the water well. Travelers, this is your first quest. Listen carefully. Preparation for tomorrow's wedding. The painter must gather wedding gifts from around Lahan village. You may keep track of what items you obtain by viewing your tab key inventory. If you are in VR, you can view this inventory by raising a hand above eye level and pressing one of your buttons. If you need assistance, please feel welcome to ask. The painter's time limited. Thus, you all have 5 minutes to search. Please return to this water well when you hear a bell. My friends, your quest begins now.
Anybody else to see silent vanish?
You see, huh?
I want you to do
Well, yeah, you can't blink. Don't stand on the fence. Don't stand on the fence. You get stuck. Not doing this. Shush. Hey,
What is
don't
that?
shine the laser straight in my eyes. Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
I can activate that.
What is this thing? Is it an inferior flying construct?
It is a temporary housing until my body is made.
Oh. Well, I have my body.
Oh, my tracker's died. Let's go.
Well,
I forgot to charge these earlier today.
Oh, I failed.
If you keep that up hooking space on your name literal and I get my new body.
You're gonna cook space? How does that work?
Well, I'm make him a cooking space.
Well, you see, my creator has like 5 backup bodies for me. So if this one gets destroyed, I'm fine.
Only 5?
Well,
That's easy to exhaust.
The core of you gets destroyed.
That's impossible.
I'm just gonna go ahead and plan all of my trackers. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Your footer.
I thought my couch was behind me. It wasn't. I'm now on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got forward, huh? Better. You do.
Don't you dare kick me.
Holding me inside. Hold on.
Someone, don't you dare move me. Kicking range.
Give me 1 second. I gotta set off through this.
Well.
Stop. Abel's in my flipping controller. There we go.
Welcome back, friends. Time has expired. Well done. With the wedding gifts gathered, the painter now heads toward the good doctor's mountaintop home. The hike to the summit is somewhat treacherous. My friends, take care not to fall from the cliffs. Please, follow me.
I found pigment as well, not just wedding gifts.
You grab it.
What's that for?
Who are we missing back there?
You're happy
They died. They died. I didn't charge them. I thought to.
Oh, I should. That reminds me, I should calibrate the mandible.
No more
things. There we go.
See, Macau and Luminous are catching up.
Well done. Let's continue.
Seeing the drone just lag behind is funny.
Please enter.
You know what that means?
Fish. Get in the soup.
You know what that means?
This music. It reminds me of my roots. My roots as a hype wizard.
What was it like, Shane?
Dawn, I missed the opportunity. Now it's yours forever. I'm waiting for my supporting tour guide. When I see them, that lets me know that everyone is here. Oh, they are there. I didn't see you. Apologies. Thanks. The story continues. The painter arrives at the summit. Upon knocking on the door, he is greeted by the good doctor's wife. She welcomes him to take a seat at the table and says her husband will be soon. The painter sits and stares at one of the chairs. It is not made of dark wood. It does not have a red cushion. That chair is not here. It is different. A white dress gently blows in front and is pulled slightly so its wearer can sit. Instinctively he looks away and rushes through greetings in his mind for the most proper. Knocking. There's knocking on the table. The painter's eyes refocus. The good doctor sits across from him, staring, knuckles still wood. He asks the painter where he was just now. The good doctor chuckles, commenting how the mind of artists must be as vivid as the world outside. Smiling, he asks the painter if he has been able to remember anything from his past since they last met. Not really. Well, maybe certain colors. I mean, names of pigments I've used before. Good doctor smiles again, and soon food is brought to the table. The family and their guests enjoy their meal and continue to chat. As the topic of tomorrow's wedding comes up, the painter's mind is pulled away. A line of sight calls to him, blurring all sound and color outside it. At its end, only the back door remains focused. And soon, the path outside the garage is clear. Moon below his feet. My friends, the painter walks to what pulls him, and so will we. However, I kindly request, once you enter the garage, please be silent, just for a little while. This way. Painter stands before a music box. Without shifting his gaze, he reaches toward the bass, pushing in an amaranth flower design until it clicks. Music is a mysterious thing. It can make one remember things long forgotten, moments one may have wanted to remember or wanted to forget. memory of a woman glowed dimly in the dark. Memory far away, but held safe from time through a different, distant promise. As the notes play, the painter realizes he does not know the woman's name, nor the promise that was made. He realizes he does not even know what she looks like. He turns back toward the music box. All he knows is she exists, and he must find her. Once the melody slows and stops, the good doctor enters and explains he bought this from a sea salvager vessel. It was found on the ocean floor, he was told. The painter is not listening. Good doctor leaves, then returns shortly with the camera equipment. The painter looks up, apologizes, thanks him for dinner. The sun is setting. My friends, let us follow the painter as he returns to the mountain path. This way.
Welcome to the fun village.
Let us stop here. Well, this is where we will be stopping from this point on. When this tour is run. This one is yours truly, remember. Walking across the bridge, the painter can see a strange orange glow from the village. Something is off. He hurries down the path, closer. The smell of burning wood hits him, and the tip of flames are now visible over the hills. Suddenly, the atmosphere shakes, as above him, a dark, metallic figure soars past. Soon after, several gray-colored metal bands rocket past, following the first. The painter drops the camera and runs. Travelers, make haste! The story continues. Villagers scream, running from their homes at the dark met from before, faced with two others of gray metal. A third mech fires its massive rifle at the homes one by one. In the chaos, the pair rushes from house to house, gathering the elderly and children. He makes his way to the chief's house, only for it to be crushed before him. The mech is thrown overhead. The impact knocks him off his seat. He raises his head and sees the dark mech laid on its back. Its pilot hatch now open. The painter gets up, his eyes focusing on the empty space inside. He then turns toward the sound, thrusters drawing closer. The two gray mechs hover in the night sky, eyes glowing, watching. The painter thinks. Then, the third gray mech continues to fire on the village. His own thoughts are muffled, and the sound of the world quiets. The ground below him moves. He has run out of paint again, and must think of a way to continue. Confused, yet calm now, he watches himself move closer to the dark mech. Painter blacks out. This way. The story continues. The painter awakened to a blue sky. His thoughts gather around, and the ground whirls into light around him. He stands and now sees the extent of the damage. Where Lahan village once was, there's only scorched earth and smoking rubble. The dark mech stands tall at its center. The conclusions come first. The village, the people he thought of, his family, all lost. He cannot connect it. The emotions are not silent. They hurt as they wait to be placed. The struggle against an immense pressure to disassociate is like painfully and perpetually trying to remember where you are. Then, finally, a string clear thoughts focuses his eyes. The woman from the song. He has lost everything, but the certainty of her existence remains solid. This is the only path that feels connected to memories that are real. The painter does not know where he is going, but the ground below him moves once again as he watches. My friends, the painter walks. Let us follow him.
That when I'm on other things, it just takes forever.
Although the painter does not know where he is going, he is not a fool. He knows venturing into the great desert without supplies will end in death. Thus, he decides to stop in the desert town of Dazil. Listen carefully, travelers. The painter needs supplies to survive in the great desert. Thus, this is your next quest. You will have 5 minutes to search the desert town of Dazil for supplies. Again, track of your inventory via the tab key menu. Please return here before time expires. You will hear a bell. Your quest begins now. Good luck.
Oh no.
It ain't the usual suspects.
Something like that, you have a whole control, like just program and take happening over.
And your Hard to make out. In a bit. Huh?
Cool.
Hey.
Howdy.
Where was that location from?
Howdy, Ragnaros. Right. I believe that's everyone. Well done, travelers. I trust you have gathered supplies that will help the painter survive. Prepared now. Faces the great desert under an evening sky. The painter walks, again, not knowing where he's going. But none the ever less. He continues, and thus, so does our path. My friends, travelers, let us travel the desert this way.
Sam.
His mind seems to lift a bit as he is warmed up within the cell. He can think clearly now, and strangely, his mind is given a question. A spoken trial connected to the memory of the song, the one he is searching for. And thus, this is your next quest. Travelers, I will present a spoken trial to you, as it appears in the reader's mind. If you wish to answer, please stand between the beds, and all will listen. We have time for 2 attempts. The trial question is as follows. Does complete mutual understanding exist? And if it does, How you define it. All right. There was someone I did not speak with before for this trial standing. Dear Diarmid, I love you so, but Lumen Moyle would like to answer before veteran Diarmid does. Ah, they might be away now. Lumen Moreau, you were standing in the center. Did you wish to answer the riddle?
No, that's just where I came in at. Sorry.
Oh, I understand. No worries. During our story tours, we often like to give the newcomers a chance. Dearest Diarmid, does complete mutual understanding exist? If it does,
So,
why?
complete mutual.
If it does not,
yeah,
do you define it?
you cut out of it. But, yes, complete mutual understanding does exist. It exists when a character in a narrative domain is performed by someone in a domain above them. For that character is being channeled through the person performing them, and therefore has access to the existence of the person that is performing them. And so in that moment, or I guess it's not quite how it would work. It needs to be a person that knows this character inside and out. Let's see. I didn't have it written down this time. So the creator knows everything about the character as they are performing it. So the character that they are performing in that moment, they have complete understanding of. And the character, because the character is being performed by a person and therefore has access to everything that person is throughout time, they have a complete understanding of the person performing them. And so there is a complete mutual understanding because they both completely understand each other. And that's how it works.
Well said. I have a follow-up question, dear. You mentioned that it has to be a person that knows everything about them. And then you used creator as of the descriptor of that person. So,
oh yeah, that's a little bit possibly contradictory.
Well, my follow-up question is, yes, you are correct, but is it possible for complete mutual understanding to exist with the example you gave, but the character was not created by the person?
Well, I do think so, actually, because their entire existence is within the narrative, which means the person who is performing them only needs to know exactly everything. Like the character as performing them, they simply need to know everything about the way they are performing the character, or everything that's relevant to that performance. So if they're performing a character based on a book, if they read that entire book and know everything about how the character exists within that book, then they have complete understanding of the character because that's what's there. So yes, it does not have to be the creator of the character.
Interesting. So, just a moment. Well done. The spoken trial is passed. A memory breaks through the painter. Words from a vague source, but unified in meaning. The inchoate vestige of realization comes. A form, ever changing, never changes. The man within, the man without. Who is it when the shape of flesh warps to match the mind? The chimera. The chimera never ceases. Looking out from the porthole, the painter notices something in the sand heading toward the sand ship. Wisp of sand flies behind it. Suddenly, an explosion rocks the holding cell, knocking the painter to the ground. Alarms begin blaring, and the door unlocks, swinging open. Before he can get up, a second boom rolls the whole ship. The room begins to tilt as soldiers rush down the outside hall. Travelers, this vessel has been struck by sand torpedoes and is sinking fast. The painter must escape, and so must all of you, as this is your next quest. Travelers, quickly, find a way out, or it is too late. Run!
No.
It appears, perhaps, we are safe. Or are we? The story continues. Dashing through the maze of corridors, the painter finally makes it to the top deck. Down below, he can see the familiar shape of the dark mech. It is loaded on the lower deck, staring up toward him. His mind races, but his body acts toward the only option now. He jumps from above, landing on his chest plate. The hatch opens, as if waiting. With the painter at controls, the dark mech rockets away from the sinking sand ship, landing safely on stable sand. The painter notices as the head turns, the arm moves slightly as he thinks loosely, a feeling he is familiar with in his own body. Suddenly, sand whips violently upward near the dark mech's feet, ending his chain of thoughts. The painter turns to face the source of the attack. Crimson mech, just above the sand, hovers just above the sand and strikes a challenging pose. Hanging from its arms are dual retractable golden whips. A single massive white feather adorns its head, and one of its sensors is covered with an eye patch. The painter sees he is being hailed in the comms. On connecting, the crimson-colored pirate mech pilot immediately accuses the painter of being a steam soldier and demands he surrender the stolen mech. He tries to explain he is just a civilian, but a golden whip again strikes the sand at his feet. The painter must choose his next action carefully, and thus, travelers, so must we. My friends, this is our next quest. A battle. The painter piloting the dark mech versus the mysterious foe and the pirate mech. The pirate mech flings its golden whips high behind it, forming an X silhouette over the shining desert sun, as if to summon divine providence unto our hero. What will the painter do? You have 20 seconds to discuss as a group.
It should pair the whip's epic style back the mech. That would be really cool, right? That would probably count as a lock and character attack. That would be pretty sick. Carry the whips back, yeah.
I'm excited. All right. Let's see. Sylvie, may I call on you?
Yes.
Sylvie, tell me, what will Painter do?
We'll block and parry the attack with our own back.
Block and parry the attack, you say? Is that correct? Understood. Golden whips form an X cradling the hot desert sun. Its light glimmers, refracts into the air. And then the beams of its refraction are shattered by none other than the dark mech. Its legs tracked far.
That's fair. I mean, there's all just disable them.
Oh,
Because we're being accused, still like.
just time has expired. Let us see. Carrie, may I call on you? You may pass if you wish. You pass, I understand. No worries. You pass it to our friend Red Fire Yoshi. Red Fire Yoshi, the floor is yours.
I think that we should use Grand Cathedral Ray. It's a pretty cool thing, I've heard. As attack.
Understood. While the pilot of the pirate mech is rambling on about honor and respect, his words are drowned out by the painter's thoughts as they strengthen. He tries to focus on the many voices and information, abstract as it is. He tries to shape it, to make sense of it. He tries to call on it. And then an image appears in his mind. An image of motion, of golden light. The dark mech clasps its hands together as if in prayer. It begins to levitate, hovering above the sand now. And the pilot of the pirate mech is too busy going on about this, that, and a list of things that everyone should know about loyalty. He does not notice his now airborne bow is encased in an ether vortex of darkness. The painter's heart beats in time with the artist's song. The wings stretch wide as he prays to the ether for the strength to know anything. Metal hands open toward all that would claim his ending. And he writes his own climax with divine retribution unto the entire vicinity of the desert. The pilot of the pirate mech comes to his senses just before a massive beam of dark ether slams into him. He fires his thrusters and dodges, but he's too slow, and the beam burns through his right arm and part of the metal plates in his right leg. He is knocked back far and hard onto his back. He struggles to stand. He looks back and sees the entire region of the desert in the distance has been obliterated. Now, he looks up at the painter at the dark mech's approaches. Suddenly, an alarm goes off in the cockpit. Ether amplifier fully charged. Ether amplifier fully charged. My friends, what will the painter do? 10 seconds to discuss.
What? Ether cannon.
I'm pretty sure we leave, but also we can totally kill him if we want, but I'm pretty sure that's bad.
Okay, we just...
Yeah, I'm sure flee is probably the best option here.
It could be funny though.
It could... No, don't... No.
All right. Time is expired. Let's see here. How about Nerd? Nerd, what will Painter do? No worries. Will do. Ether Memento. Hero of the Ages. What will the Painter do?
We should have the painter use the ether amplifier to power an escape that our unfortunate friend could not follow. Perhaps in releasing a ether burst to scramble their sensors while using the remainder to charge the engines to flee. Whether that be like full ninja smokescreen style or EMP, I am unsure how the ether amplifier would determine this.
Understood. The painter sees the button flashing. There is a silhouette of an eye being lit by the internal light of the mysterious button. He watches his hand move over to it, and he presses it. Thoughts come and go. They swirl around, begging for an action, begging for anything to put together a visualization. The painter refuses. He fights it. But the machine wants an image. It bites at his mind, and it burns. Finally, the painter. He imagines a beautiful sky painted with pigments. Pigments that could only do it justice if you were close enough to see. The machine understands. The thrusters ignite at full power, burning the sand below him, creating a crater big enough to send pirate mech tumbling away. And the dark mech rockets away at unfathomable speed. The pilot of the pirate mech is left alive, and the painter successfully escapes. The what-ifs play out and suddenly scramble. These thoughts chain together as he rides the fire behind him. Then, listen carefully, travelers. A chain of thoughts speaks in his mind. As the sky grows close, the painter has a moment to catch his breath and to catch up with the intensity of the battle that has occurred. The golden whip of pirate mech remind the painter of a laminar flow. Their smooth motions were enhanced by each sharp glint of light as the sun struck with rays of auralin. Finally, his mind calmed, and the painter continues his flight. Well done, travelers. The battle is won. Let's make haste to the brush, my friends.
So did we fire them?
I believe we do. We use the air engine to keep the pilot alive.
Granted, I'm
There you go. Beer. Alcoholism. Oh, I just had it. There you go. Here she's up there.
Yes, we need to build a fracture of reality once more.
It's my favorite.
Ooh, are we doing a summoning ritual?
All right. Travelers, welcome back, and well done. The two mysterious men have discussed their proposition at length with the painter. He has done his best to listen. What he remembers is the two men live as desert pirates, but their true identities, they revealed, are the exiled princes of the desert kingdom. Years ago, their father returned from a trip to the western lush mountains. Although Ava had just gained the upper hand in the endless war with the Steam Empire, and had just taken full control of the coast, the king soon began pulling back their forces. The king began speaking of a greater enemy, one that would require the Steam Empire as an immediate ally. He spoke of the end of the world, a true history invalidating the past, and a royal family treasure of divine power. Distrust of the crown grew, and soon the people were eager for answers, as no enemy or great calamity had appeared. Desperate and in fear of running out of time, the king departed alone to search for the hidden treasure. The power vacuum left behind was easily filled by an admiral from the kingdom's own army. The admiral immediately reinstated forces to the warfront and won the people's support. The two sons of the Desert King, the princes, protested and were immediately banished. Now the brothers live in exile with a small band of loyalists. They plunder to survive and continue their father's search. They believe the admiral may have murdered their father in pursuit. They propose the painter help them take back the throne. There is no such weapon as an ether amplifier in the kingdom, they explain. And after witnessing his skill and the power of the dark mech, they believe it is possible to win. In return, they offer to help the painter find who he is looking for, and a place as a knight of the crown. The painter continues to think as he studies their faces. The prince, in the formal clothes, wearing the eye patch, turns to look at Bloodivik Castle. Through a small gap near the strap, the sunlight shines in. The painter can see a strange crystalline growth on his skin beneath it. It shimmers ever so slightly. The prince, in the pilot uniform and a bandana, steps in his line of sight and explains that the admiral is likely responsible for destroying his village, as he is attacking any and every settlement across Ava. This would also be a chance for revenge, they explain. The painter looks away, retreating into his head. He feels as if they are telling the truth. However, he never told them he was looking for someone. Something is off, and his mind warns him not to ask. Now the painter must make a choice, and thus so must all of you, travelers. Now at the halfway point, our tour group will split into two separate groups. Each group will advance the story simultaneously. Which path you take depends on this major choice. My friends, if you choose to trust the princes and agree to help them take back the throne, then please stand next to my fellow tour guide, Cilantro. If you choose to not trust the princes and instead go your own path, please stand next to me. I will move over here in just a moment. We will take a 4-minute washroom break while you make your choice. However, considering our time restraint and that all of you seem to return here quite fast from the previous quest, I do not believe that 4 minutes is necessary. Therefore, I will cut it in half. Just a quick 2-minute break if you need it. Please use this 2 minutes to make your choice, starting now.
Cube.
At some point, we will have a hypercube of cubes. That will be a day too.
Cubes. Oh, the cubes. You get Scritchy's pimento wings.
Could make that out.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Do you and Luminous have the avatars?
I don't have the exact one, but I have the A one.
Use the avatars.
1 minute
I'm
left.
just gonna use this.
1 minute remaining.
Yeah, it's up to you. You can have fun with it. As long as you two are matching, I believe it should be fine.
Why Luminous by cloning is on?
What the?
Where did Luminous go?
Oh, over there. It's a truck.
Are we just gonna have a truck driving through the streets?
It's up to you guys.
You don't get spotted, you get ran over.
What? There we go. Is that right?
Yes. Now I just need to give you the transparent one.
So at least that one is right until we get the. That
Yeah,
one.
now it's not upside down, yeah. I could have sworn I gave you a transparent one to start with.
I'm so happy that I finally got flight working properly on avatars.
I've tried, but I'm too tired. I must go. You all have a good one. I wish you much luck on your quests.
Have a good one, Ragnaros.
Red
Hope to
Ragnaros.
see you again at the next tour.
Sleep. Rest well, friend.
Rest well.
We have lost our.
All right. Travelers, apologies for the delay. The wonderful tour guide, Cilantro, and I were just ironing out our last few details. All right. Those of you that have chosen this path, please treat Cilantro, your new tour guide, with the same respect you have shown me thus far. And good luck. Those of you that have chosen me.
That's a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Nice.
Just a moment. Dearest Solandro, I'll ask you out here where they can hear. No worries.
Yes?
Is it usually us that stay behind and wait for you
Shane.
to go?
It is normally Metal Gen who would leave this area, and I would stay here until you all leave.
I remember now. Yes, I know what he does. Very well. Thank you. Travelers,
Wholesome team effort, everyone. Love to see it.
He died.
you have
by
chosen
that,
well.
He's not here.
I certainly know what I'm doing. Please, follow me.
Yeah, Metal's all right. He is having some IRL things happening.
Oh. Well, so God, if that's not relatable.
Yeah.
On the bright side, this week full of medical testing has at least told me that I don't need heart surgery in the next 5 years.
Thank God.
Yippee.
Well, hey, that's good at least.
My friends, trust is such a powerful emotion, and I am glad to see that you have chosen to trust the Desert Princes. You have all chosen wisely. My friends, travelers, my name is Cilantro, and I will be your guide on this path. Kindly lend me your attention. The story continues. The Desert Prince, with the eye patch and formal jacket, stares at the castle gates. The other places a hand at the painter's shoulder. The prince says he knows this is a lot to take in, and how they have done most of the talking. The prince watches him, and the painter finally speaks. I understand what you want, but how do you know I'm looking for someone? How do you know I was in Lahan? The prince in the bandana explains that during their fight, the painter was screaming through the comms. He had yelled about the church taking a woman from him and the war following him to his village. The princes, having heard news of Lahan's destruction, gathered that he had escaped. When they saw him piloting the dark mech, they knew it must have been him. Why don't you just take it? Princes admit that they tried, but the mech would not open for them. The formerly dressed prince adds that they would rather have him as their ally after seeing his talent in battle. The painter looks down, his mind, again, trying to apply their answers to his many questions about everything. He grows tired of standing sheltered behind his thoughts. The painter looks the brothers in their eyes, now speaking with forced conviction. I'm tired of trying to make sense of everything. Unlike mine, your situation is clear. I'll join your cause. It is all I have. The prince in the bandana smiles and grabs his arm, pulling him into a hug. He tells the painter that they are like brothers. The other places a hand on his back, explaining that he is now a knight of Bledavik, and they will protect him as family to the crown. The brothers ask the painter to follow so they can explain their plan in a more secure location. Travelers, let's follow them this way. The three travel via a small sand shuttle to avoid detection. Their mechs loaded on board. The captain of the sand shuttle, a loyalist to the royal family, tells the painter about the geology of the region as he drives. The continent of Ignis is mostly made up of volcanic rock. Ether currents continue to give flow to the sand, but deep underground, where the wind cannot reach, they created a vast network of caves as the igneous rock cooled and crystallized around them. The royal family used these tunnels for shelter and transport years ago, but the Admiral forbids it now. With recent earthquakes happening, the people can only wonder what is going on down there. One of the princes details that their lost family treasure is hidden somewhere under the desert. They have searched everywhere, except the northern region, near the border with the Steam Empire, as those caves are usually occupied by the Admiral's forces. However, they will have an opportunity to search the caves tomorrow. The military must, by tradition, return to the castle to participate in a great festival. The tournament? The other prince confirms, explaining that it is the 338th Tournament of Strength, a nationwide martial arts tradition that the best soldiers participate in. It starts early tomorrow and goes on for several days, the perfect distraction for them to search for the treasure. The eye-patch-wearing prince tells the painter how their father entrusted them with ancient scripts and stories telling of the treasure. Its power is said to be great enough to end all wars. The prince's plan to take back the throne, end the war, and prepare for the coming of a greater threat that their father warned them of. The Grey? The brothers both look at the painter. He heard himself say those words, but he does not remember speaking. He quickly apologizes and says he doesn't know what he meant, and he is still taking it all in. The three talk long into the evening, before sleeping in the back of the sand shuttle. They eventually arrive at the northern mountains at the edge of the Great Desert. Before leaving the shuttle, the captain looks over his shoulder and asks the painter to hand him the coffee pot behind his seat. The painter hands it over, and the captain winks as he thanks him. The painter makes his way into the sands. Travelers. In a moment, we will follow them towards the sand caverns, but first, my friends, I must take account. Oh. 7.
1, 2, 3,
I've already
4,
got
5,
Vinny with the other
6,
group.
7.
Yes,
I
I
see.
will uncloak for this time, sorry.
Helpful travels, wonderful travelers, Redfire Yoshi, thank you so much. You have already counted.
Uh-huh.
My man.
The Grey? Oh
Looking for
no.
that time save.
Alright, everyone. Remember that number very closely. 7. That is the number of the day. My friends, let us push forward. This way.
Oh no, I think I've become the Grey.
I'm great, Abadiva Dabadai.
Am I not? Take a look.
The party of 3 stands before an incredible display of natural ether phenomenon. The river of sand winds around the mountains, spreading out as it fills a wide valley, then suddenly ending as a colossal curtain of sandfalls. The smooth grinding of the earth is soothing and warm. Tight curls of bronze sand shimmer with slight chromatic aberration as they churn at the crescent base. The brothers explain this place was recently unearthed, and it is connected to a central nexus that, until recently, was filled with sand. The party boards their mechs and continues forward. My friends, stay close. The sand caverns are quite treacherous. This way. Mind the gap.
Mind the gap, she says. Man. Though I do appreciate the warning nonetheless.
Mind the gap. Or don't. I'm not the one who makes the rules here.
Because we lost someone over the English. They did not mind the gap.
What did I say?
You in fact
Mind the
said
gap.
mind the gap. You gave forewarning.
Very simple instructions. However, I do forgive you, as these caverns, as I said, are quite treacherous.
Yeah, just a little
I'm quite treacherous.
They are, in fact, difficult to traverse. So. Alright, my friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is the magic number. I believe we have all arrived safely.
Change source and change back.
I feel like I'm hurting ducklings.
There's a bug with the new VRC version.
My friends, I believe it is time for the story to continue. The cave is cool, almost gold, and the air is thick with ether. The strange contrast feels foreign and confusing to the senses. There are many sandfalls dotting the ceiling. Some pour sporadically with high pressure, like angry pumps of the earth's blood. The three explore deep into the cavern, eventually encountering a whirlpool of sand. The anomaly is fed from the sandfalls above, while continuously draining, maintaining a chaotic equilibrium. Turning back, they search for another way. The painter spots a lighted doorway to what appears to be a living space. The princes join him to investigate. As will we. My friends, this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Apologies,
All right, my
was
friends.
having to restart some stuff on my headset.
Oh, no worries, my friend. None at all. But we have reached the magic number of travelers, and as such, the story shall continue. The painter and the formally dressed prince examine a strange wall of skulls. The other prince finds a journal and calls them over. The three read together the writings of what appears to be a servant of the king. This person became trapped here due to an earthquake that shifted the ether currents of the sands above. Turning the page, they see that the flow of sand is kept at bay by a barrier that closes when it detects a high flow. There are 6 sand sensors placed throughout the cavern that close the barrier completely when all are activated. Now, the flow has changed directions, and deep areas have flooded as a result. The painter turns the page. Quickly, the prince with the eye patch pulls the journal away. He explains that he knows what to do now. The whirlpool must be drained completely to open the path forward. To do this, they must deactivate the sand sensors. He suggests that the 3 of them split up to reach the sand sensors faster. After confirming that they all understand, the prince with the eye patch leaves, holding the servant's journal. The other follows. The painter begins to follow, but stops to look at the display of skulls again. His eyes focus on the tiny shadows of the porous white texture blending into decayed gray. I destroyed Bledevik Castle? The painter freezes. He spoke these words just now. There were no thoughts. Why? He said them out loud, he is sure. An unsettlingly calm and unfamiliar voice speaks to the painter. It tells him what he just said is the truth. A man dressed in dark, ivory clothes steps out from behind a wall. He wears an emotionless expression. The painter is unsure if he is real. The man asks the painter if he can really trust himself around his new friends. The painter responds that he does not know what the man is talking about. The man replies that he was sent here to spy on the princes and discover their secret. And the treasure? You are here to take it before we do. The spy laughs. He explains those who sent him already know about the treasure beneath the desert. He is not here for that. He is here to uncover the real secret of the princes. However, he has now discovered something just as interesting. The person responsible for the destruction of Bledevik Castle and the murder of the Ava king. He stares at the painter, as if waiting for him to speak. The painter's mind races. I didn't do it. The spy turns away and shrugs in disdain. He warns the painter that the princes must not find out while he is here. But if they reach the end of this cavern, they just might. I did not destroy Lahan. The spy turns back, studying the painter's eyes. He asks if the painter is even in control of his thoughts at this moment, if he can hear outside his own head. What do you want from me? And the spy shrugs again. He tells the painter he will see him around and wishes him luck in finishing what he started. The spy walks out. The painter stands for a while, staring at nothing. Eventually, he finds himself outside, boarding the dark mech. My friends, it is time for your next quest. Listen carefully to these instructions. According to the Royal Servant's Journal, there are 6 sand sensors in the cavern. And there are 7 of you. My, what a coincidence. And all 6 of the sand sensors must be deactivated to stop the flooding. You will have 6 minutes to search the sand cavern and switch each sand sensor off. If not done in time, the sand barrier will close and the caverns will flood once more. Please return here when time has expired. Actually, it has been a while, I forgot. I have started walking us up to the actual start of the quest this way.
Goodness, it has been a while since we've been on the painter, so I do not blame you at all.
Oh yeah. I forgot how many sensors there were.
It's a bit easier to show, and it's a bit
One for
easier to
each of
show
us.
everybody which way we need to go before you start the quest, don't you think?
I would agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am glad I remembered. In any case, my friends, once your time has expired, you will hear a bell, and please return here to me. However, before we begin the quest, does anyone have any questions? All right. In that case, my friends, your time begins now.
There is a collective. In regards to the trampoline.
Well, yes. What do you expect?
Two.
Okay. Well, that's a new pigment.
More accurate.
I accidentally grabbed the wrong pigment, but at least I found a new pigment.
Boo.
One moment, I'm typing out a message. Alright.
Alright, oh.
Good to
Silent!
see you, Trey Jim.
Silent! There's 8, my count's off!
Yeah, it's broken. Someone ruined it.
Oh no, we grew.
Oh, hi.
Who underwent mitosis?
We have acquired an eighth.
Did we undergo mitosis?
No, we just
I
found
didn't
them in the
participate.
caverns.
We have a new magic number, everyone.
I didn't do the quest. Don't count me.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
You have been
I just came to delete the 6-7. So.
Good. Thank you.
7,
You're welcome.
6.
I do find it hilarious how I post that and immediately Trajan shows up.
There you are. We just went into the ship. Is there a boulder blocking your path? Uh-oh. Let me contact... Alright, we're here.
Ah, my friends, this way, this way.
That Megalopania's elevator music?
Yes.
Attention on
Is
deck.
everybody
Yes,
here?
it's-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's
6,
elevator Lovania.
7, 8. My friends, this way.
No, hold up. Let me turn the elevator music off.
Door on the left.
I feel like the
I hope-
lights are
I hope
supposed,
I don't get
supposed
lost.
to be on in here.
It's very, very possible that I get lost, my friends. I hope I don't.
Yeah. This is a bit of a labyrinth.
Yes. Well, normally it's not because the lights are kind of supposed to be on.
Yes, never mind. I have immediately gotten lost. My friends, let's go back.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
I thought we used the stairs.
Wait, Zillan, hold on. Someone
Oh
called
no,
the
where
railing,
did
I
we come
think.
in? My
Nope,
friends.
nope. I got back up.
Back further. We came in through here.
Here we are.
Where are you trying
Here
to...
we are.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright, give me 1 moment, my friends.
Where are you trying to go?
Give me 1 moment.
Man.
I've become a beacon.
Oh, but my instructions do say to go through this door. Never mind, I did not get lost. I just questioned myself. Friends, never question your...
Fair and understandable.
Downstairs?
It was right here, all along. I was just...
Oh, the bar. The breakfast bar.
My friends, an important lesson, never question yourselves. You are always correct. Actually, maybe not.
Definitely correct.
Good ending?
But in any case, my friends, The story continues. The painter walks alone down a dark hallway. The air is musty and still. The sound of his footsteps pull at his mind, as if pleading for him to question the silence. He refuses. He watches his hand rub away a layer off the button to open the next door. He approaches the bar and scans its dusty surface, examining the empty bottles and cobwebs. He wonders if he really deserves to be part of the crew, part of this new family, part of any. Suddenly, he hears footsteps behind him. He turns and sees only the dark dining hall. He quickly moves to look over the railing above the lower floor and sees a dark figure enter the hall below. My friends, let's follow this way. There is a
Yes,
pathway this way. Not
Managed to
through the
get
door.
under the stairs.
A lonely hall.
They
Was
should
it
really
the
make
only
the
one the painter's
handrails
ever
real.
known?
Hey, look, the lights are on in there.
The painter enters the heart of this space. A powerful engine sleeps before him. Standing at its center is a shadowy figure. It appears blurry and distorted. Calls out, but there's no response. He moves closer. His eyes water as he tries to focus, but it appears the figure's back is turned and they are holding something. A warm, orange light glows in their hands. The figure raises the object up as if examining it. The painter moves closer. A heavy pressure invades his mind, but he can see the crystalline surface within the orange light. He steps closer again. He can see a lit room reflected within. The painter moves now, just behind the figure of shadows, and slowly witnesses the reflection emerge into light. Painter blacks out. My friends, let us return this way.
Well then.
That was something.
Well, well.
The painter finds himself outside the sand caverns and inside the dark mech. With his finger still pressing down on the ether amplifier button, he looks around. He can see princes in their mechs entering caverns behind the sandfalls. Quickly, he ignites the dark mech's thrusters and rockets away, alone. My friends, the painter is headed towards the holy city of Nissan. Let us rejoin the rest of the tour. There. This way.
The pilot? The pilot?
Oni-san.
Nope.
Oh, here they come.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
We are late.
Do apologize if we took a while. I got lost.
We've only been here for like a minute.
We almost arrived at the same time, no worries.
I
Beautiful.
see. Well, in that case, it was fated to get lost.
If only there were some sort of refuge for those like us that get lost.
Nudge, nudge.
Indeed.
Foreshadowing, nudge, nudge.
Let me return.
You'd say.
Who's this for and why are they shadowing?
All right. Travelers, well done. For those of you that chose to trust the Desert Princes and join them on their quest to take back the throne, I have but one question for you. Is the Dark Mech in your possession?
Aye, sir.
The dark mag and a vague sense of unease.
Goodness gracious. Well, for those of you that chose not to trust the Desert Princes and go your own way, is the Dark Mech in your possession?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
You knew that already.
It is.
That's
And
So is half a cake full of garlic.
What?
What?
Huh?
let's just say that history was made, and for the first time, potty humor has saved the day.
Oh my word.
I think I need context. Oh, I have a sand in my boots.
We gave him a cake with garlic.
That's the context.
Yeah, say it in
got
your boots.
very injured.
Vague dread.
Oh
Well,
my word. Okay.
It wasn't just any garlic. It was the kind that, after you eat it, you know that scene from Terminator 2 where Sarah Connor has a dream about the park being obliterated? It's kind of like that. All right. My friends. The painter flies in silence. He is at cloud level and sees nothing as he passes through them. He feels a strange warmth from below and descends in response. Before him is a beautiful morning sun. There are mountains, but there is something to behold. As if cradled by the mountains. A valley? No. Something sacred. He finds the ground, and the dark Met sets itself down, as if in response to his thoughts. In a blur of what is between, he finds himself standing before a moss-covered entrance to a beautiful city of holy stone. He slides his hand across the walls that are surrounding the city. He sees that there are flowers and birds, and the morning sun invites him in. The painter knows that he must continue. He must explore within this warm place. The painter enters the holy city of Nissan. My friends, this way. We're near the end.
EP Fitch.
Very close.
Not actually that EP, just Dorny.
The painter continues walking, and as he descends down steps of stone, he sees that the moss that covered the entrance now caps the walls all the way around the city. There are flowers growing out of the moss now. There are even butterflies, and the morning sun reflects with a soft glow on the copper rooftops of these familiar homes. What is this place? He is greeted by one of the townsfolk. They approach him and give him a warm welcome. The painter begins to ask a few questions, and he stops when he sees their smile. They had been smiling since they approached, and for the first time in a while, someone that he's speaking to is listening and just responding with warmth. They finally answer after the painter pauses, and they explain that this is the holy city of Nissan. This place is a neutral state in the eternal war. Those that do not wish to hold allegiance to any side of the warring nations can find peace here. This place is sacred and also the birthplace of one of the religions in this world. The painter wants to ask more questions, but he finds himself walking away. He continues down 4 steps deeper into the holy city. This way, my friends. The painter walks. He turns through the streets and frequently lets his hand brush on the stone wall. It winds around the city, and he admires the people, the bridge above. He has a strong urge to capture it, but a strange feeling in the back of his mind dares to come to the surface, but he feels a certain fear that doesn't let it come into view. It is a familiar, it is a memory that perhaps he has already before captured this place, its likeness. The painter looks and sees a building that is all too familiar. Inside, he sees that there are supplies for an artist. There are paints. There are canvases. There are many tools needed. They are fresh, as if waiting for him. So many things are so close to the surface for him. All he has to do is break that tension and give them life. The painter has the uncontrollable urge to paint, and he doesn't know what, but he has to connect something because it is there, just past the blank canvas now in front of him. My friends, listen carefully. The building next to me here is where the painter has just entered. He is mesmerized by the supplies, and he is about to paint, and thus, so are you, as this is our next quest. You may create a masterpiece, so listen carefully. Before entering, we recommend activating tooltips so that you may see what specific color you are using. Some colors may appear identical. When you enter the room, you will find a painter's palette sitting on a stool. Please pick up the palette and move to a place within the house where you have plenty of space to see what you are doing in front of you. You can then find tubes of paint along the walls of the entire house, inside. These are pigments you have collected throughout the tour and should be applied to your palette to paint something beautiful. To do so, hold a tube to the palette so that it highlights one of the spots. Then click to place the color in that spot. Combining two colors on the same side of the palette will produce a shining work of art you may pick up and find in your inventory. There is a scene or subject that you may create. Make sure to place the colors you want to combine on the same side of the palette. I repeat, there's a left and right side of the palette. The colors you want to mix must be put together on the same side. This gives you up to 2 chances to make something. My friends, I will give you around 4 minutes to complete this quest. Remember, everyone has tools, and find a place that you have space to work, and do not leave the house until the time has expired. My friends, get to work. Your time begins now.
Behold, there is no palette.
The palette was the friends we made along the way.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
This feels like a valid spot. Flux paroxysm. A vague sense of unease.
Recent 20s.
I joined so late, so I have like no pigment.
Okay, I know I had a fourth. Where is it?
Pillow.
There it is. Lusty Galan. Oh boy.
Where the heck is
Brandy?
Gilded Bronze?
That one's an abstract mess. Where is my last one? There it is. Please be good.
Where?
Beautiful art with
I
enough vanity.
cannot find my last pigment for the life of
Oh, there's my last one. Normally
There
see
you
me
are.
one.
Woo! 2 abstract messes. Let's go.
GG's.
Alright,
in
let's
here.
see here.
So, vague sense of unease and caput mortuum give nothing. Cool.
Color combinations.
Color
And
combination.
Speckled black.
I got a cleft of dimension.
And a vague sense of unease. Do not.
Man. Oh well, rip.
We're so fucking back! 2 abstract messes!
Let's go.
I was sort of half expecting a vague sense of unease.
By the way,
Pardon?
I've gotten 12 abstract messes in total.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yup.
I was gonna say, I was half expecting a vague sense of unease in gilded bronze. I think it's something related to the bronze neck.
2 abstract
You think?
messes.
Dang. Well, rip.
Did anyone get anything real?
I don't think so.
Hey, at least there's
Show of hands, has anyone gotten anything other than an abstract mess?
Self-portrait?
Hey, a self-portrait.
So when you,
Hey!
Okay, we have at least one thing.
so when you click on the
Okay, I got,
something shows up on this right here.
Left of dimension and self-portrait.
Okay, so Sumo Cow has actually got stuff.
Which?
I have no idea if it's
Take note of what it was.
What? What?
Nope, Luminous got something.
What was it? You said
Pretty
heart
sure I got
held
my paper
close?
written, recorded, so I can
Yes. Where's it at?
still listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
No, I'm glad I made it at the very end because I want to see how what people paint. Even if I
got 2 abstract messes.
Good, good. Please record what they are. No, I didn't.
I did. New color combos.
Noise. So it's good to know. The pipelines are starting to break. I need to fix a bunch of shit.
Been prepping something for a couple months now. I hope it ends up actually working.
Sorry, what was that?
I mean, nothing really about this stuff. Just I've been making something in a map of mine.
All
and
right.
Testing some of it today. And I hope
Time
it
has
actually
expired.
works.
Let me tell the ones in here. The sign here outside says, now serving cage. Wonderful.
Cage soup. Soup.
Ooh, baby, I was waiting for some cage soup.
Such a loaded sentence. Woo, baby. I was waiting for cage soup. With cornbread, of course.
So is cage soup like soup flavored like cage, or is it a soup in a cage?
It's cage flavored soup in a cage.
You can't hold soup in a cage, silly.
Do we need to add the armor to it so it can be a rat in a cage?
I got cake.
The soup is flavored like the rest of the story. Thus,
Whoa.
the story continues. My friends, well done. Hopefully you have painted the next masterpiece. The painter exits the house, and the morning sun, a bit higher now, but still there, still warm. The air here, there's something about it. And the painter continues. He approaches a local, and he begins to ask about the history of this place. He learns that the holy city is led by a church, and that church was founded over 500 years ago. Much has changed since then, but the church's customs still allow them to remain as a neutral state in the war, and the people here all follow the faith. The painter tries to ask more details about the faith and the church itself. The person says that they should ask those questions of those inside the cathedral. It would be best to ask those within about the founder. The painter looks at the townsperson, and they explain the founder, Mother Sophia. The painter freezes when he hears this name. Sophia. Mother Sophia. In his mind, something connects. It's finally visible. The painter rushes towards the cathedral. My friends, welcome to the grand finale of this tour. This way.
And there he goes leaving.
Jean, pardon me real quick. Oh, hi. I need to get to bed, so I'm gonna hop off. Thank you for the wonderful tour.
You're very welcome. And apologies, this one is so long.
It's alright.
Take care, Cooking Space.
Take care.
Farewell, Cooking. Sleep well, friend.
Cooking.
I
Rest well,
hope I
Shauna.
did well helping.
Good
Rest
help.
well.
Travelers, raise your gaze to the light binding this altar. Observe the sacred collection of light in its non-chirality. The invocation that it elicits from you begs to be spoken, to be heard. Observe each angel before you has only one wing. A symbolic cliche, sure, but there is innocence in that. Be not afraid to speak, travelers, I ask you. What do your thoughts say of the time and space allocated to this art? Let us see here. Sylvie, may I ask you?
Yeah.
What do you feel? What do you think when you see this sculpture before you?
If I remember this, Mother Sophia once taught us God and faith should be found in ourselves. Us and to want others to need and love us. But we should look inward to help. I believe that's what she wanted and meant to.
Well said. Your knowledge runs deep with the sacred teachings not heard in ages. One more, if I may. I look, I see. Some are gone. Unfortunate. But some new arrive. Crews, there in the back. What do you feel when you observe the sculpture before you?
I feel it tells me that in life, we can't really do anything alone. And life doesn't mean much if we don't have someone else to share it with.
Yes. It's easy to get lost. Lost in anything and everything. When time really was made to be shared with those around you. That was quite a wonderful answer. Thank you. My friends, yes, your answers are correct. We are broken vessels without each other. You must surrender that piece to be held by another, even if that other exists outside of your fault of time, outside your causality of sin. Only then, only in that sacred act of sacrifice can you be whole. That is what the mother would fall unto you and raise you up with. But my friends, there is a deeper meaning to this statue. Yes, it is one that one of you already alluded to with great accuracy. A meaning only known to Mother Sophia and the lost artist himself. To completely understand another. To fever dream a fanfic of a hypothetical space-time within local headspace of their experience to the point that you perceive their observance through your own eyes. To burn in their hate from this, to hold is compelled to paint over it. He unhooks it, brings it down, and begins to work. What he paints is now up to you, travelers, as this is your next quest. Listen carefully. Due to your efforts in painting in the artist house before, you now carry with you scenes and subjects. We, together, must choose one scene and one subject to be combined. And this is what will manifest in front of the dear person we have followed throughout this story. My friends, I give you just 5 minutes. 5 minutes to discuss as a group Which scene and which subject we must combine. I will call on but one of you for each, one scene and one subject. Your time begins when the music changes.
Okay, so we're doing Demon and the Shoulds. Okay.
Yep.
It's Krishna.
Right.
We can go here.
So demon's the subject. What's the scene?
Destroyed city.
Ah.
We think this will be a reference to the archaeologist, assuming at some point in the future we don't find something that would more closely resemble the location of the archaeologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the closest thing right now is this. But if there's something that's probably.
What is the significance of the archaeologist?
It's the best tour ever.
Oh, my body left me. My bad.
It is very good. I hope
Because most of it, the significance is that
again.
most paintings we found so far have been references to other tours. So that's another one of our tours.
Paint I can see through time and space.
And we think this supposed painting is a reference to the archaeologist because in no other tour is the antagonist explicitly referred to as a demon except in the archaeologist.
Correct.
I thought Destroyed City would be from Agent. During the flashback when he sees Nissan get destroyed.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
He
Oh,
really have
yeah,
anything that matches
Nissan getting
closer
destroyed.
to
What
the
would,
archaeologist,
well,
though.
what would flow from that? Or what would the subject be?
Demon could connect because...
Comfy.
Because well, Gramps isn't a demon, is he?
My eyes itch.
That's true. Yeah,
we should probably give up and
dear.
just do two abstract
Titan.
messes because we don't have any other combo.
Well, we have many other ideas. For instance, one I've wanted to have done for a very long time that we haven't done is a reference to the almost a confirmed or like almost guaranteed reference to the lecture being Countryside Railroad and university-bound students, which would refer to the train going to the lecture.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like
have we
that.
tried that one? Do we want to try that one?
Oh, which one?
That one sounds like less of a gamble than Demon and
I
Destroyed
have to
City.
agree.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a Destroyed City in the Archaeologist.
My idea
feels
is that like
Cage
the archaeologist's
is right.
location
Destroyed
is
City
supposed
feels much more like an agent reference.
possibly.
But
Yeah,
it's only a-
my initial thought was Destroyed City is like referring to like the remains of Trista over which the caverns of the archaeologists are supposedly. I don't know if that was ever actually confirmed, but I've been thinking that's what it was supposed to be the whole time.
It's only
Stretch, because it's not
suggested.
really the main
It's-
content.
Question. What would Demon
1
go
minute
with?
remaining. 1 minute remaining.
Archaeologist.
Maybe.
No, yes, but like the
I don't think we know the
Countryside
scene.
Railroad.
The Archaeologist is set in a cave system, so
Under-
anything relating to underground
But
would
is there a demon in the
be...
agent?
No, the only demon mention is in the Archaeologist that I know of.
Destroyed
I
City
think the one
could go
that
with
you
the
said
agent.
of the train and what was the other one?
It's
Train and students.
Countryside Railroad is the scene, and the subject is university-bound students.
Okay, wait.
Is there a
I
list
think that's
of
probably a
subjects
much
and
safer bet.
scenes?
Yes, they're in the
There's the
spreadsheet.
list.
To just go with that one. That's almost certainly the lecture.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, let's just look at
I miss the lecture. I love that tour.
The lecture was a really good tour. Yeah. No, totally.
It's so cozy. I like the cozy tours where the stakes are low until
Yeah.
you know the finale, like the endings,
It's fun.
the alternate endings.
It hits all the lecture hits all the notes. It has the cozy stuff and the able fuckery.
Yeah, until the pilot, and the agent, the tours were, except for the painter, the tours are mostly
you haven't seen that
low
one. I hope we
action.
get to see. I hope we get to see it in a rerun.
The lecturer
The only
pretends
one I've
it's
seen, other than
slice
the
of
ones
life.
they're currently running
Bit of
and
that.
or have just finished.
I mean, for the majority of its runtime, it kind of is, and then the alternate endings show what's going on, obviously,
Yes, they've done a
in
really-
reality.
And the Praise was a good one as well.
Time has expired. First, the scene. Does anyone
What was
want
the
to
scene
go
called?
in particular?
What was the scene called again?
Countryside Railroad.
Yeah, Countryside Railroad.
Cage. Up front.
Abstract mess. Just kidding. Countryside Railroad.
Imagine he does it.
What was
Pretty sure we've already done
He wouldn't
abstractness,
dare. Not
abstractness,
twice.
so-
Not twice. Not again.
I've heard the group say other things. Are you sure? That's what you want to do? I'm not going to ask the group, don't worry, Cage. I'm going to ask you if you're sure that's your choice.
This should be
The lecturer combo someone else is going to do, students.
Yes.
Yeah, Countryside Railroad, please. You can lock it in for 200.
You forgot to say what is.
Countryside Railroad.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful. The scene begins to take shape. The painter works furiously. They are looking out the side. There is a lake. It's small, and a section of it goes off the end of the canvas, so it is unknown what it connects to. But the painter wonders what they're looking at, why the lake. They wonder if they're trying to see something in the water. Perhaps they're dreaming of mermaids, or angels, or both. Or perhaps the lake connects to an ocean, and the water would be too distorted for them to see down to the ocean floor. The painter finally turns away from his work, and he stares at the light coming in from the carved cross above him, opposite the portrait. The history comes back to him. In the light, he can feel more details connect as the past allows him to remember. He knows in this room, she sat in that chair as he worked, as he recorded their sacred story via the strokes of his brush. Sophia watched him as she fell in love. This room became a time capsule and was observed by many. It belonged to them both, and the gods watched, wanting to preserve it. Its own time pocket. All those above waiting for something amazing to happen. But something worse, something not amazing at all, occurred. Travelers, if you look closely, you will see the portrait is not finished. You see, as he worked, the painter repeatedly used the excuse that he ran out of the necessary pigments to complete Sophia's portrait, and he had to be excused to go gather the ingredients to make those pigments. Something about amaranth flowers or such. And although she knew of his lies, she let him, because as the painter wanted their time to go on and for the portrait to never be finished, so did she. For this was a place outside of any social rule, allowing a commoner from the outskirts of the city, the town, an artist, to be alone with the leader of the church. However, eventually, the war extended to the Holy City, and neutrality was impossible. Mother Sophia found herself as a pawn used by the government of her own church. She was forced to act on her own and sacrifice herself for the safety of the city. The painter remembers this, and he does not understand why the people deserved her sacrifice. He does not understand why he lacked the power to save her. A heavy mimetic weight breaks into the sunlit room. The painter looks at what he has done, and he realizes the colors are all wrong, and the painter wishes for the world to be punished. You see, my friends, unfortunately, we have been following the villain this entire time. And soon, the world was punished. Welcome to the neutral ending of The Painter.
Hooray! I would clap, but I don't have hands.
You're a robot, just play a noise.
Clap him against the wall, Sumo.
Please no. Please no.
Thank you all for your patience. I chose the path of improv for more parts than usual. Quite a few pauses. I'm afraid I'm a bit rusty, but I'll get back in the swing of things. Thank you for sticking to the end. And for those of you watching this video that had to leave early, thank you as well for staying as long as you did. 10,000 thank yous. I am honored to be allowed some of your time, and I hope that we did what our mission is to do with VRTravellers, and that is to be a bright spot, however brief, in this world for you to experience. My friends, We are VRTravellers, and we create immersive, story-based tours with original writing, beautiful worlds, voice acting, and always wholesome team effort. If you like what we do, please say so in our Discord. The nice things you say are like diamonds to us. Even if you have criticism, please say that as well, because that helps us improve. If you want to support us with money, we welcome you to. We have a Patreon, and the link for such can be found in our Discord info channel. If you join the Patreon, you will have a few benefits that I'll be happy to explain. And one of those is you could play an NPC in our tours, like these soldiers from today. Yes, so one other thing, there have been things that you can check out from Cilantro's library and other tours. We've had this one on hiatus for quite a while with those items, so we expect that list of things to finally be released, and finally you can start checking out items from the Painter Reset or Revised.
Oh.
Not sure which we should call it. From Cilantro's library. Not yet, but soon. And that would probably be interesting for you all, so something to look forward to. A bit out of breath, but again, thank you. Oh, yes. And of course, thank you to tonight's NPCs. Byron, Cooking, and Luminous. Where are you? Somewhere. Thank you all for your help.
I am
Wonderful
stuck
performance.
in a drone.
Yes,
you,
if I
Retarders.
may, everyone, please put your hands together for the performance of tonight's NPCs.
So if I can move my drone over and fire on this.
Living up to the fire part.
There was thunderous applause.
I love that.
My friends, I'm actually not going to go to the bar this time. So you all are welcome to, and take your party there, hang out together, talk about the tour. I will try my best to have a bar visit during the day, actually, possibly tomorrow.
Ooh.
So see you online maybe tomorrow sometime at the bar if you want to hang out. But I definitely cannot do tonight. 10,000 apologies.
I'm going to grab at least one photo of everyone here at the end because it is getting really late.
Yes,
My friends, quickly, let's gather for a group photo.
Sumo, we might be able to do the thing tomorrow.
Ooh, the full thing.
Not
I mean, it's already been chosen.
Maybe the full thing if I can get it done in time.
I have a therapy session tomorrow.
Oh, then not the.
Okay, then never mind. We'll do the initial thing then.
Okay.
One.
Okay.
The therapy session's at 3 p.m.
All right, on the count of three.
Anyway.
Instead of cheese, I mean, you could say cheese if you want, but instead of cheese, why don't we all say Sheen dropped numerous clues.
Yes.
What?
Sheen clues. Can you spot the Sheen's clues?
Yes, you should review the footage or your memories.
Mm-hmm. All right. You ready?
3, 2, 1.
Sheen drop numerous
Sheen drop numerous clues.
The clues.
And I will go pick up my clues.
Yeah,
Yes.
you probably should do that.
Sumo.
Probably a good idea.
Oh boy, the cube gets to play 52 card pickup.
My friends. Again, thank you. If you wish to go to the after party, my wonderful tour guide, Cilantro, will open the for you. If she wants to go, that's up to her. But yours truly will simply leave you with this. As they say,
Oh boy, where are they?
Res Nullius.
Res Nullius Sheen. I believe I too will probably be.
My friends, I will like to listen up the I will drop the board.
Yeah, she's got me shook, this my demise. I'm bleeding, can someone heal me? I can't deal with no more lies.